Hello, everyone. This is Hebe. I'm the moderator today. I'm the communication specialist of Huawei Transmission Access Product Line. First of all, thank you for joining us at such special time. No matter where you are, I wish all the best to you and your family. You know, the webinar focus on efficiently building a visible and manageable full fiber infrastructure networks. Before the presentation, I will give a brief introduction for the webinar speaker today. We will have the webinar speaker from Peru, Claro, Mr. Cesar Augusto Torres, who is the supervisor of Peru, Claro, American Movil Group. And we have the speaker from Personal Paraguay, Adolf Avalos, who is the engineering manager. And we have Mr. Rodrigo Bodrand, who is the FTTH director of Chile. And we also have Huawei expert Gong Tao, who is the senior network planning expert. At the beginning, I will introduce the agenda for today. First, we will have the topic about the approaches and key technologies for full fiber network. And then we will have 3 case studies from the speakers of our customers, Personal Paraguay, Chile, American Movil Group. And at the end of the webinar, we will have a dedicated time for the conclusion and question and answer for you. If you have any question during the presentation, please feel free to leave your question in the chat box or question box. We will select some of the questions to answer at the end of the webinar. Okay, let's start the webinar now. Mr. Gong Tao, could you please start now?
Okay, thanks Happy for the introduction. Hello everyone, it is Gong Tao speaking. I'm much honored to speak here. Thank you everyone to join in the webinar, especially our invited speakers. I want to turn on my camera, but the current network can't support a good video experience. Obviously, we still have a lot of work to do in the future. And I think everyone can see my face from the poster. The photo is not bad. Currently, we must stay at home because of COVID-19. And the FBB network now is very important during this special period. In this webinar, we focused on how can we accelerate the deployment of full fiber infrastructure network. And with Huawei's global deployment experience, we hope to help our operator customers to build FTTH network efficiently. My presentation is about 2 approaches and 3 key technology for full fiber network. Experienced different transmission media, copper, cable, and fiber. Fixed access network has experienced a total of 5 generations of development, and now has entered the era of gigabit fiber access technology. Multi-fiber access massive bandwidth and ultimate experience bring to us the unlimited imagination. Definitely, full fiber network is the cornerstone of digital society and the dream for us, for all of us. As everyone knows, FBB make our life better, and we believe F5G will make the society smarter. During this special time, we have to work, study, and live in home. Actually, this is a microcosm of digital society and can be used as a reference for the future life. What we saw is that fiber access network has stood the test, particularly in China. People can use internet broadband to work and live smoothly with FTTH network. We also noticed that in UK, the government has declared that telecom infrastructure is critical and requests that telecom operators continue to build as well as maintain networks during this period. In Italy, Open Fiber continues to work to provide citizens with a 1 gigabit service on FTTH network. However, we can see in this slide, only Asian Pacific FTTH coverage rate is more than 80% now. The rest regions of the world is less than 30%. Even Open report shows that the fiber coverage rate in 2023 is only increased by 5 to 8%. Obviously, we all know that the key challenge for the fiber infrastructure network is high capex, long time to market, and difficult to manage. I think we need to solve this problem by innovative ODN product, fast delivery, and precise management solution. Specific to product solutions, the traditional ODN part of fiber access network uses a lot of fusion splicing technology. It is very flexible, but the problem are complicated process in the skilled workers, unsatisfied inventory accuracy, long time for service provisioning. For example, when I worked in laboratory, I hate fusion splicing. First of all, I have to strip the cable, take out the fibers. During this process, I must pay attention to not hurt myself, because the cable strings part and jacket are very strong and difficult to remove, even using tools. Then, I need to strip and clean fiber coating with the strip tools and alcohol. I should be very careful because the fiber is very fragile. Next, I need to cut the fiber and splice using Claro and fusion machine, but it is difficult to succeed by one time. The tools are not easy to use. Finally, I will carefully fix the fiber and cable and pre-forget that the space loss can meet the requirement. I believe it is not easy to do this job on site, and this will impact the FTTH deploys a lot. So how to improve it? I will talk about in next section. Hey, Heidi, could you help to start a poll?
Hello, everybody. We will start the poll today. We will have two polls today. And first poll will be start now. The question is, what do you think are the main challenges facing your optical distribution network? The first is complex planning. Second, high skill requirements and low efficiency. Third, difficult to guarantee construction quality. And last is difficult O&M. Please select. Multiple selection is available. We will wait most of the audience give their answer. Okay, most of you have select. I will close the poll now. And let's have a look at the result. Mr. Gongtao, could you please give any comments for this result?
Okay, let me say it. High skilled requirement and difficult guarantee quality.
I found it's average. Everybody, maybe
Okay,
most
yes.
of the people select the similar. Maybe these four factors are all of them are important for everybody, and they think this is the important challenges for them.
Yes, we think we get the point of the most important challenge. So the full selections is all challenges. Okay, let's give some comment. For the planning, that I think that the planning is very important because the fiber network, the fiber can provide multiple service. Especially the planning for the multi-service is very important. We think that the first we should find which area is very important and we can get the good ROI for this area. So the planning for this area is important. Then the network design, that's the security and the short access that will help us to um, deploy the FTTH network and the provisioning very easily. So at the beginning, the planning is very important. A good planning, that means a good it will be very easily to build a good FTTH network. And then the fiber and the copper are totally different. First of all, the connection of glass fiber is difficult. So it is used on network node with a relatively higher like backbone. So for the FTTH, when the FTTH is popular, the work of fiber connection is huge and difficult, especially for the P2MP network. That will get the challenge from the low efficiency and the poor quality for the network constructions. In addition, optical fiber is passive. Management methods are limited. So operation and maintenance have a lot of challenge. I think all of this that we will take care about it, and this is the driving force behind our.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Gong
you're
Tao,
welcome.
for your excellent comments. Maybe we can continue the presentation now. Could you please the next page
Okay.
and continue your
Uh,
presentation?
okay. We think that FTTH network construction challenges can be solved by digital and quick solutions. QuickODN can support end-to-end plug-and-play technology and adapt to various scenarios. It simplifies uh, it, it simplifies network design and reduce deployment difficulty by unified product. Splicing-free without special tools, no need skilled technicians. This solution could improve construction efficiency and reduce deployment cost evidently. Digital ODN can generate FTTH topology automatically, make end-to-end operation controllable, and AI assistant fault prediction and diagnosis. It brings value in accurate inventory management of passive resource, rapid service provisioning, and precise fault location. It is very useful to simplify FTTH operation and achieve accurate and controllable management system. This slide shows that all pre-connectors QuickODN solution, which can meet error and ground MDU, especially duct deployment. For QuickODN, the main product are uneven PLC splitter, unique outdoor-indoor FETs, and pre-connect cables. The first core component is uneven PLC splitter. This splitter can achieve small insertion loss in the whole wavelength range from 1216 to 1650 nanometer, so that we can guarantee the small upgrade from GPON to 10 GPON network in the future. Actually, we redesigned and produced a new PLC to integrate 1x2 uneven and 1x8 even optical power splitting. For the outdoor use, we developed a smaller, lighter, and stronger FET. It is fully cell-designed with IP68 rate and mid-IK10 impact standard. Especially for the duct deploy, we designed the bullet connector, which size is similar with the cable, only 6 to 9 millimeter, can pass through duct very easily. We can provide a single, dual, and multiple core pre-connectors for different requirements, and leads the industry ultra-low insertion loss with only 0.12 to 0.35 dB. For indoor MDU scenario, we developed a simplified box. The distribution cable can be stored inside this box and can be easily pulled out by routing the box body with the low friction cable and bootlet connector. Duct deployment can be finished in 10 minutes. The efficiency improved by 3 times. This tag is about digital audience that includes 2 features: AI image recognition and fiber errors. Image recognition solves the resource input problem in HP and HC construction. Fiber errors involves operation and maintenance stage. This page shows that AI-based image recognition can realize the 100% accurate resource management. We will use the mobile application to scan the QR code and the barcode without manual coding when deploy FAT and cables. Then we can easily and accurately recognize FAT's ports and cable's ID to get the whole connection relationship automatically by NCE. Full AI algorithms help image recognition quickly and accurately in different scenarios. Now image recognition has been delivered. Mr. Cecil will share some details later. This slide shows that fiber iris can provide full-sense AI enhanced resource management and fault diagnosis. This solution includes OAI board, Iris FAT, and new BOSA ONT. We developed an OAI board in OLT with AI capacity to send, receive, and analyze optical signal. We also make fiber iris include inside our pre-connect FATs to mark each port. Meanwhile, we make new BOSA ONT, which can detect optical signal change and feedback information to OAI board. So we can easily detect the change of ODN network from OLT and ONT and display them in NCE. Also, our AI capacity and fault mode library can help remote acceptance, update the topology, and locate fiber faults automatically. The corresponding products are under development and will be available soon. Let's look forward to it. For FMC scenarios, Huawei has launched the AirPoint solution, which includes the Blade OLT QuickODN. It helps mobile operators quickly develop high-quality gigabit fiber service. This solution has the following features: zero-site acquisition by reusing existing global base stations, zero fiber splicing by end-to-end pre-connect solution, and zero configuration to save provisioning time. This greatly improves network construction efficiency and reduces capex. Currently, Huawei has cooperation with the Southeast Asian operators on this solution. And in the European market, Huawei's similar solution, Kerpon, helps operators maximize the volume of exciting outdoor cabinet resource and accelerate fiber deployment. Okay, this is the second poll. Hebe, can you help me?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Right now, we'll start the second poll. The question is, when will you most likely consider using digital ODN technology? We have provided 5 answers for you. Currently, maybe you already use the digital ODN technology. Second, maybe after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 to 5 years, or maybe you are not sure about it. Okay, let's stop and have a look at the result. It's amazing that about 25% of you already using this technology, and about 21% of you will use it in 1 year. and 9% of you will use it after 2 years. 7% of you select 3 to 5 years, and about 37% of you are not sure about it. Mr. Gongtao, could you please give your comments again about the result?
Okay, this is a surprise for me because the digital audience is a new technology, and I saw that it's 25%. It is very amazing. And I think this is a question for a long-term considering. In the early days of service provision, the management of a passive network is not difficult. With the increase of subscribers, the difficulty of audience network management will increase a lot. As the largest FTTH market, Chinese operators spend a lot of money to sort and repair the audience network every year. We believe that the digital management of the audience network needs to be considered during the beginning construction step, which can effectively reduce OPEX and increase users' satisfaction. That's all. Okay, the next part is hand over to Ms. Cecile.
Hello, Mr. Adolf. Are you there? Mr. Adolf? Hello?
Hi,
Mr.
hi,
Adolf,
yes.
hi,
I'm
it's
here,
your
yes.
turn. Could you please start your presentation?
Okay.
Okay.
Please,
Hello, everybody. We welcome Mr. Adolf to start his presentation.
hello. Please, can you put the presentation?
Okay.
Mr. Gongtao, yes.
Okay. Hello, my name is Adolfo Ábalos from Personal Paraguay. I'm very glad to share our all optical network construction practice through this online webinar. Please, next page. Okay. Personal belongs to Telecom Argentina and Cablevisión Group and ABC Comunicaciones from Paraguay. It's the second largest mobile operator in Paraguay with a market share of 35%. And in order to adapt to the market trend, Personal started the optical fiber network construction from June 2018, entering the home broadband market, increasing fiber network investment, and launched the home broadband and wireless integration businesses. Next page, please. Okay. First, let me show you the snapshot of Personal FTTx business development. At the beginning of 2018, Personal began to build network planning and design capacity of full fiber infrastructure network. And in the middle of the year, Personal started to build network construction rules and started to develop capacity of subcontractors. The original plan was to deploy a 350,000 home pass FTTH network with traditional 1/4 and 1/16 splitting level architecture. All this in 5 years, but then the plan was changed and we needed to speed up the construction in order to finish it in no more than a year. Based on this situation, we increased the construction capacity and did full advantage of pre-connection technology and solutions, and completed the construction of these 350,000 home pass in 1 year, and have already obtained a large number of FTTH users. In order to occupy more broad markets, it is planned to deploy another 210,000 FTTH users in this year, 2020. So how can we speed up the network construction efficiency of the entire ODN? Please, next page, please.
I'm sorry. It stopped. Okay.
Okay. First, personnel has widely learned industry experience defining the future-oriented network planning and design concept, and focused on reducing end-to-end investment, especially home connection costs. In the latest planning, the penetration rate of network planning has increased from 60 to 80% from FTTx services, from FTTx services only to full service coverage, effectively reducing the repeated construction caused by insufficient ports and supporting the business evolution in the future. Besides, the split radio was optimized from the traditional 1.4.116 to 1.8.1.8, which can greatly shorten the distance to the home, improve the installation efficiency, and reduce the investment of home connection. Secondly, we accelerate the deployment of ODN network by optimizing the product scheme and product selection. According to the early 1500 home pass data, the network construction of the full pre-connection solution only takes 2 weeks, which is much shorter than the construction time of the traditional solution of 5 weeks. At the same time, the 8-port full pre-connection solution can reduce the average distance of home connection from 110 meters to 50 meters in average, which greatly improve the efficiency of home connection. In addition, the long-term reliability and quality of the pre-connection is far better than the traditional fiber optic fusion. In terms of maintenance, simple bolts and cable replacement can repair box damage and fiber break faster. Next page, please. Through these two major challenges, the current network construction efficiency of personnel has increased from the initial 10,000 home pass per month to 30,000 home pass per month. By the end of 2019, 360,000 home pass construction has been finished, covering the 3 regions of Gran Asunción, Ciudad del Este, and Pedro Juan Caballero. These are the main cities of Paraguay, and realizing the first coverage of value regional market. At the same time, the largest data shows that with the increase of the number of ports in the whole network construction, the number of new home connect users of personnel has reached 37,000 users. We believe that FTTx business will definitely bring continuous growth. So that's it. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your great presentation. And we have select some questions after the webinar. We will ask you to answer. Okay.
Okay.
Next, yeah, thank you, Adolf. And next, we will welcome Mr. Rodrigo from Chile, and he will show the presentation is about pre-connection delivers highly efficient ODN construction. Hello, Mr. Rodrigo, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Mr. Rodrigo,
Hello.
yeah, could you please start now? Mr.
Thank you very
Gongtao,
much.
could you please next page? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and I'll try to be brief in the story, so we can move with the presentation. First of all, if you go to the next slide, please. Just a small market briefing on how FTTH is today in the Chilean market. There's still an undercovered or underdeveloped market in FTTH, yet it's increasing and growing high and high. The main participant here use HFC technology, and it's migrating to fiber, but there's still a lot of space on fiber market and on high broadband services. So we as WOM, if you go to next slide, please. We as WOM are a purely 100% mobile company. So case very similar to what Personal in Paraguay just told. We're a purely mobile company that today has over 6 million customers in the mobile market. But considering all that, what previous said of the underdeveloped market in Chile for FTTH, we just decided to go into the market and quickly deliver and deploy an FTTH network, an ODN network. For that, we define a couple of phases. That, of course, the pilot phase where we tested the market, the availability or the capacity of deploying fast a network, so we can quickly get up to space with the other competitors. And today we're in a huge deployment phase for this year with a need to deploy over 500,000 home passes during 2020. So if we go to next page, please. For that and for the need of speed in deployment, we of course needed a solution that gave us quality and speed, of course. With that, we found that the pre-connected solution is more economical and faster ODN network construction solution. This we have verified that a full pre-connection solution can indeed help us build efficiently and reduce manpower costs, mainly because most boxes of this solution do not need splicing trade inside. The box can be made smaller and they're lighter. So when going to a station, the operator could carry and install in one side much easier. The installation efficiency of a box can be increased from 15 units a day to 24 units a day, which increased by 60%. Okay. Secondly, when adopt the uneven splitting full pre-connection solution and the distribution cable is changed from the traditional 12 to 24 cores to a single core optical cable, the weight is reduced in 80%, so the optical cable laying can get rid of the dependence on heavy machines, and the daily laying distance could increase by 85%. If we go to the next slide, please. In addition, the SFC uneven splitting solution only requires splicing in the hub box cable entry, and the cascading of the following boxes does not require any splicing operation. According to the actual deployment data on the network, the number of splicing points can be reduced by about 70% compared with the traditional solution. This gives us not only speed, but this avoids any extra failure points. So we are certain that what we're building, it's going to lack of any operational problems in the future, or at least it's going to diminish them. At the same time, benefits to complete decoupling of the optical cable in the box. The box and the optical cable can be deployed at the same time, and the entire installation cycle can be shortened from the traditional 17 days to 5 days, which is a significant reduction of 70%. And that, for a company like WOM in Chile, which needs today a fast, efficient deployment, it's very useful, and we are very pleased with the Huawei solution. So this is certainly going to be helpful for us on not only deployment for 2020, but for the further years to come, where we are in a very aggressive deployment planning. Okay, So thank you very much. That's what that's part of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodrigo. And next, we will welcome Mr. Cesar from American Movil, who will show ODN digitalization enables visible and manageable ODN inventory. Hello, Mr. Cesar, could you please start now?
Yes, thank you. I'm Mr. Cesar, and I'm glad to attend this meeting, and I will give a brief presentation regarding to how the digital ODN helped to Claro to improve all the operation that we perform. Next, please. So this part is a very brief introduction regarding to how is Peru, where it's located, and how many user has, and where we are. So in Peru is located in South America, and it has 32 million of people, and from them we have 2.7 million of broadband subscribers, and between different operators. And as a Claro, we have 600,000 subscribers in fixed network. So in Peru, we are working to start to shift that from HFC to FTTH in order to to improve the customer satisfaction about the network that they have, and also improve his feeling about the service regarding to the internet fixed access network. And we started on 2018 to deploy that FTTH network in our network. Okay. And next slide, please. Okay. In the before presentation that Mr. Rodrigo he talked about all the benefits that give to use a QuickODN in the deployment, and I will not to talk more about that because he gave all the benefits. So I will be focused on the how to manage the ODN part network in the after finish the construction. So if you perform a FTTH network, you have to consider all all in the plan before to start the construction, during the construction, and how you will management after the construction. Also, it is very important. And for us, in the before solution that we have in ODN, we were working in home pass part. We received that construction drawing acceptance report, and also all the information had to be loaded on the system manually, and you can have many human error in order to load the information. And also in the part of the home connection, it's very hard to find that reliable paper or plastic label to support that all environment situation. And because as you know, in South America, especially that countries that are very near to the sea, is the environment is very, very, very hard, and to have available reliable materials is a little difficult. Okay, and that is the way that we worked before. And after start to testing and the trial that NC Digital ODN, we realized that we can improve this part in our network. Can you pass the next slide, please, in order to show that? Okay, so after using the ODN, and if also with the NC Digital ODN, we realized that we can scan the information that has the subbox and hubbox very quickly and scan the QR code and a serial number that is in the cable. And it's a easy way to load all the information with the GIS information in real physical connection. And also the digital ODN can provide a topology that and also that the relationship between the elements that we have in the external plant. This is really important because it can provide that all the topology, all the scenarios that we have in order to give more tools to the operation and maintenance department. Is really important, this part. And also we can have all the topology and relation with different materials. It's provide more information regarding where is the materials and in which part we have to put more effort to deploy the network. And next slide, please. So in this part, we can see how the digital ODN can show that the topology that we have in the external plant. And we can have the visible ODN topology that is auto-generated by the system, because the system has a EA technology, and show that all the connection and relation between the materials. And also we can see that all the information regarding to the every elements that we have in the network in the passive ODN part, how many ports are used, how many ports are available to continuous deployment the network. Also in the home connection part, we can know how many home connection we can deploy in these some areas. This is really important because if there is some available ports in FATs, for example, we know that we can put effort in the sales department and Claro to look opportunities to sell more services to the end subscribers. And if we detect that some area has doesn't have a port available, it can trigger to the engineer part to deploy more and more home passes in some areas. And this is really important. Also in the bottom, in the left side, we can identify that the physical location of the end subscriber, because it's important in order to have a control for operation and maintenance when there is some issues and it's needed to visit the home user. You can take information here and take advantage of this information. And also this is really important in order to have a control of the information that we have in the network. And with this, we improve the construction part, improve to have accurate information about the provisioning, and also for maintenance, as I told before.
Thank you, Cesar. Thank you for your presentation and very interesting story from your company. And I think it's the time to the conclusion for today's webinar. Could you please, Mr. Gong Tao?
Sorry, and I'm very happy for Mr. Cecile can satisfy for Huawei's digital ODN solutions. And back to the conclusion, in this webinar, we talk about one trend, full fiber infrastructure network, two directions, digital and quick, three technologies, pre-connections, AI image, and fiber areas. We can conclude one city, one fiber network. Fiber can provide multiple services. precise planning, security, and short access are important for network design. For the scenario, QuickODN end-to-end plug-and-play can reduce TTM by 30% and TCO by 50% for FTTH network construction. Digital audience visible management realize 100% accurate results, faster service provisioning, and precise fault diagnosis. Okay. Let's go to the final part.
Yeah, here comes the Q&A. We have a lot of questions because today we have a lot of attendees. So I have selected some of the questions here to ask the speakers. Hello, Mr. Adolf, are you there? Here, we have a question for you. The question is, as a mobile operator, your FTTH users are also growing fast. Do you have any suggestions for increasing the take-up rate?
Okay, yes. I think it is a problem that needs a comprehensive consideration. Focus on the ODN network. I think the following points need to be considered. First, the network planning should targeting the value customers to guarantee the efficient marketing performance. So the implement of full service fiber grid includes three parts: value users identification, full service area definition, and unified fiber network planning. Then this technology, QuickODN, simplifies the deployment. While improving the efficiency of home pass deployment, it can also improve efficiency of home connection.
Thank you, Adolf. I think it's clear for most of the audience who are from the mobile operator. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we have a question for Mr. Cesar. Are you there? Mr. Cesar, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, the question is, in your opinion, what benefits will digital ODN bring to the network?
Okay, for digital ODN, according to our experience here in Peru in the trial that we had in the Barranca, and I think that there is two main advantages that we can consider of digital ODN. And first of all, is that all the data can be collected and uploaded a mobile application instead of manual input, because you can make operator can do some errors in order to load this information, and also reduce use and labor cost and avoid that human errors. Okay, so with a digital ODN, we can ensure that 100% or inventory remain the inventory is 100% accurate, and all the investment is protected. And for second part, it ensures that all the available resources and accurate during the service provisioning. And when using digital ODN, there will be no need to configure available resource visit the physical location on site. Okay, the service provisioning time will be reduced, and the one-time provisioning service rate will be warranted.
Okay, thank you so much for your detailed explanation, for your opinion, for the benefits of the digital ODN. Thank you, Mr. Cesar. Here, we have a question for Mr. Rodrigo. What do you think are the key advantages of the SFC solution when compared with the traditional solution? Mr. Rodrigo, are you there?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Did you hear the question? What do you think are the key advantages of the SFC solution when compared to the traditional solution?
Okay. Well, the main advantage of the SFC solution are improved time and, of course, TCO. Firstly, the SFC solution simplifies box installation but not requiring any splicing, thereby reducing the dependence on skilled workers. And secondly, both the optical cable and box can be deployed at the same time. So you accelerate the time to market by approximately 30%.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rodrigo. Thank you for your answer. And next, we have many questions. I will select some of them for Mr. Gong Tao. I found many of the audience have asked this question: how to start the implementation of digital ODN? What are the steps to migrate from the ordinary ODN to digital ODN? Mr. Gong Tao, did you hear the question?
Okay.
Hello.
I heard
Yeah.
Okay. The digital ODN has two features: AI image recognition and fiber iris. Image recognition mining solves the problem of resource input in the construction stage, including HP and HC. Fiber iris in all operations and maintenance, including updates the FET's port state and fault location automatically. And for this question, that if some customer have used the traditional ODM to build the FTTH network, we think that we have some solutions in developing to make the every fiber port can be marked by NFC or barcode method. But the traditional ODM solutions is totally different. It have a lot of kind product. So if our customer want to move the traditional ODN product to digital ODN product, we will analyze case by case and provide the solutions.
Okay, we still have many other questions. I select this one. This is very interesting. Does Huawei have the best ODN technology?
Best ODN technology.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that for the traditional, I give the example for me. When I worked in laboratory, I had the fusion splicing. It's not about fusion splicing. It's about a complicated process. I think that people don't want to do this work a lot. So we think that we can provide the QuickODN, which based on the pre-connector technology, and this technology can support overhead and ground and MDU scenario. We can provide a series of products to meet global customers' requirement. But for the pre-connector, there is a lot of technology in it. Huawei have invested a lot of R&D resource to make our pre-connector be the best in the industry. I have mentioned that the insert loss is very, very low. It's ultra low. For the single fiber, we can get the 0.12 dBs. So I think that the QuickODN is the best solutions in this industry.
Okay, thank you. We have the last question because the limited time. Many of the audience are asking about, could you please share some commercial deployment examples of Huawei QuickODN?
I think that
commercial deployment examples.
Yeah. I think that our three speakers have shared their experience and the FTTH deployment. The Chile personal and Claro is our very important customer and have deployed the QuickODN in Latin America. And for the QuickODN is not only uneven solutions, it also includes even splitting solutions. We have deployed about 10 million ports HP in span. Almost span operators use Huawei QuickODN solutions, but in span it's only HC pre-connector solutions. I remember the Huawei have deployed about 25 million port HP port all over the world for pre-connected solution.
Okay, thank you. We still have 2 minutes, and some audience ask that this is dedicated question for Gong Tao. Could you please answer? Okay, what's your suggestion on building digital ODN for fixed operators?
For fixed operators about the
Yeah.
indoor solution. Okay.
Building digital ODN. Yeah.
For
We
the
only have 1 minute.
okay. In the slide, I showed that the indoor FAT box, can support the AI image recognitions. I think that for the indoor solutions, the GIS information maybe is not very important, but the FAT's port, I think, is also important. We don't want that the inventory is not accurate. We must know that which port is occupied and which port is available. So I think that our indoor MDU FAT box can support the digital ODN for the image recognitions.
Okay, that's almost the time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. And we have record all of your questions because the limited time. We will send you email to answer your question after this webinar. And this webinar, we will provide the recording and we will share with you. And tomorrow, maybe you will receive feedback email from the system. Could you please let us know if you have any question, you need more materials about the technology, just feel free to let us know. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye
Bye.
for every speaker. Thank you for your great presentation. Thank you for your time and contribution.
Goodbye. Thank you for the invitation.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.